4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Straight to some breaking news out of Redford Township tonight. Detroit rapper Skilla Baby is recovering after being shot in Redford Township. This happened along 8 Mile near Beach Daily. When our crews got to the scene, they found a business with its walls smashed in and caution tape up all over the place. You saw a worker there trying to make some repairs. A police source and those who know Skilla Baby tell Local 4 he is expected to be okay. He was hit apparently in the hand and the head. Skilla Baby, whose real name is Trayvon Gardner, was driving alone, and those close to him believe he may have been targeted in this alleged shooting. It appears this building was hit by the rapper's SUV. We'll continue to reach out to law enforcement tonight for more information. We'll bring you any updates as soon as they come in. When we're not on TV, you can always check our website at clickondetroit.com.
Moving now to a Local 4 News update. Case closed. A former Grand Rapids police officer walks free 3 years after a deadly traffic stop. Earlier this month, the second-degree murder trial in the death of Patrick Lyoya ended with a hung jury. It was up to the Kent County prosecutor whether to retry the case, and today he decided not to.
And it's a case we've been following closely since Patrick Lyoya's death in 2021. The lengthy fight and shooting was all captured on Schur's body cam and a video shot by a passenger in Patrick Lyoya's vehicle.
They got into a struggle for a taser prior to Lyoya being shot in the back of the head. The case so divisive, the jury was unable to reach a verdict. Our Jacqueline Francis covered the trial from start to finish. She's live tonight. Jacqueline, what went into this decision?
We've heard it over and over today. The jury is a reflection of the community. And just like how the community is split on whether this police shooting was murder or self-defense, the prosecutor believes that any future jury would likely be split as well, just like the first jury. So for that reason, this case ends here.
I'll cut right to the chase. I've made the decision not to seek a retrial in the case of Christopher Schur.
Former Grand Rapids police officer Christopher Schur is the defendant no longer. He was charged with second-degree murder in the 2021 shooting of Patrick Lyoya. In a trial earlier this month, the prosecutor argued it was murder. Schur claimed it was self-defense.
What it boils down to is I don't think we reach a different verdict if I do a retrial in this case.
A hung jury led to a mistrial. The jury was split 10-2. 10 saying the officer was not guilty, 2 saying he was.
This is a split community on this issue, and but I still trust in the jury system, and sometimes this happens.
Schur's attorneys reacted to the news after learning their client will not be recharged.
I think the prosecutor got this right here, that a retrial wouldn't be good for anybody. Because at best, it would end up in another hung jury.
While it may be a legal victory for Schur, it's no cause for celebration.
Certainly not celebration. As far as for the last 3 years, it's never been anything to celebrate from Mr. Schur's family.
On the other hand, Patrick Lyoya's family is devastated. A close friend and elected official sharing their reaction.
They don't see any excuse for this verdict or for the person who shot their son in the back of the head to be walking free.
Christopher Schur was fired from the Grand Rapids Police Department back in 2021 when the shooting happened. Now the civil case against him and the city is ongoing. Reporting live tonight, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
And we know you've been following this from the very start. Jacqueline, thank you.
The finger pointing continues tonight in Hamtramck. This follows the news Police Chief Jamil Al-Tahiri has been put on administrative leave while an investigation takes place. We broke this story for you last night, and today more details have come to light. This follows an anonymous letter to Michigan State Police accusing the chief of grooming members of the department to cover up his alleged misdeeds. The mayor reports Chief Al-Tahiri called his suspension a, quote, retaliatory action by the city manager, who denies it. Tonight, the police union is backing both the city manager and Chief Al-Tahiri and are asking community members to be patient as the investigation unfolds. They add, quote, the union believes it is the duty of the city manager, who is in charge of overseeing the chief's position, to take these actions, no different than how the chief would be expected to handle an allegation within the department. As a union, we would ask for a fair and impartial investigation. We've also just learned the city will hold an emergency meeting tomorrow over this issue. We'll bring you what comes out of that meeting tomorrow night at 11.
Tonight, a Macomb County grandmother is facing charges after her grandson brought a handgun to Centerline High School last week. This all happened on May 13th, and the school went into immediate lockdown after a student pulled out that gun in the building. Investigators say Lisa Christie's grandson took the weapon from her home and showed it off to at least 2 other students. He found the gun left unsecured next to some ammunition. Now she's facing safe storage violations, which could land her in jail for up to 3 months. Christie is scheduled to be back in court on June 3rd. Police in East Point are investigating a shooting that happened tonight. It went down around 6 o'clock outside a home on Greenbrier Street. When officers got here, they found a man and a woman with gunshot wounds. Our crews noticed at least 1 car covered in bullet holes. Police say 1 person was inside that car during the shooting, but they didn't know where that person is now. As for the suspects, police say they took off in a dark blue Dodge Durango, which has been reported stolen from Grosse Pointe Park. If you have any information about all this, you are encouraged to call the police department.
4 teens were arrested in Monroe County after police found multiple guns in their vehicle. The arrest followed a traffic stop initiated after a 911 call reported gunshots in London Township. Police discovered 2 pistols, a rifle, an AR-15 style gun, and ammunition. 1 pistol was stolen from Ann Arbor. 2 18-year-olds from Ypsilanti were taken to Monroe County Jail, while 2 17-year-olds were sent to a youth center. We're learning more about the events leading up to the deadly explosion last year in Clinton Township.
And in court today, an employee details weird incidents leading up to that explosion, including strange behavior by the building's heating system that night. The building's owner, Nor Costow, also took the stand today. He's facing charges for involuntary manslaughter, which is a 15-year felony. Investigators say the explosion may have been caused by thousands of nitrous oxide canisters that were stored on site. Tragically, one of these cans struck this man, a 19-year-old, during the explosion and killed him. Now, you can access all of the information on this case right now. Scan the QR code on your screen. That will take you to our website on clickondetroit.com, where you will find a full timeline of what happened. The Michigan House of Representatives has just approved 2 bills restricting transgender girls from participating in female school sports. The first one requires schools to designate sports teams by sex, thereby prohibiting those identified biologically as males from joining female teams. The second amends the Elliott Larson Civil Rights Act to set eligibility requirements based on original birth certificates. Republicans heavily voted in support of the bills, while many Democrats called the legislation harmful to children. The bills now face significant challenges in the Michigan Senate, where Democrats hold the majority there.
Detroit's popular shuttle service accessibility will end soon, leaving older residents and people with disabilities concerned about transportation options. The 1-year pilot program will cease operations at the end of June. Many users rely on it for essential trips to the grocery store and doctor, which is why the city says it's working on alternative solutions for riders. More information about what those other options might be, we're told, will come out sometime next month. All right, it was yet another cool and wet day across Metro Detroit. Thankfully, the end is in sight.
Yes, Ron Hilliard tracking the changing conditions for us tonight. Ron, it sounds like drier skies and our warming trend are on deck for the weekend. That's great news.
Hi, Kimberly, great news for people who want to observe Memorial Day outdoors. Right now, a couple of showers still impacting us here in Metro Detroit, but those are a lot fewer than what we had earlier. Right now, just a couple of isolated showers impacting us. So we have 40s already popping up on the map, 50s as well. We're at 47 in Sandusky, 52 in Mount Clemens, 52 also coming in for us in Grosse Ile, same for us in Monroe. Now, here's what we're expecting tonight. It is going to be mostly cloudy. There is a chance of a couple of sprinkles out there once again. And while some of us are bottoming out in the 40s, there's others of us in the upper 30s. Some of the communities being impacted. Howell, Flint, Lapeer, we could be among those that get down into the upper 30s, lower 40s in Dearborn, Madison Heights, and also in Warren. So it is going to be chilly out there. We have the drizzle potential for tonight. It is going to be cool for tomorrow with temps below average. We're going to have that full forecast for you coming up in just a few minutes.